14 games as well. Ripped off the glove of the jumping Arenado, and scoring is Taylor. Right behind him, Domingo Leyva.
Rawhide baseball. What's not to love? There's so much the ballpark has to offer. Just listen to these guys.
One thing I love about the ballpark here in Visalia is just it's a small, intimate ballpark, easy to get close to the players, and the fans really come together.
The food was always great. The fans and the tradition that baseball was to Visalia was always chasing that championship.
The fans to the game, to the home runs, to whatever. Excitement.
The players were so close. We had a 40-year reunion, and a lot of them came back, so you have to say the players.
My favorite part of Rawhide lore was the curse of the alligator.
Wait, what? How in the world did our good old friend Tipper have a run-in with an alligator?
So in 1978, Visalia won their second California League championship.
Wow, 1978. The Bee Gees and the Eagles and so much more. What a great time.
We had a player here in 1978 by the name of Joe Charbonneau.
Joe was that guy who just never stopped being a kid.
Very interesting fellow, very outgoing, has a personality.
He had a flamboyant attitude, and he would do anything for the team.
He had a great year along with the rest of the team in 78, and during that season, he kept a pet small alligator in his bathtub. The alligator was named Chopper.
Wait, Chopper? Okay, this guy sounds pretty cool. A good baseball player and he owns an alligator? But why an alligator?
You'd have to know Joe.
I think Joe just had the opportunity, saw a gator, and was like, I'm going to get that. That's mine now.
He had planned to teach Chopper to wrestle during that off-season. He could have taken him with him. So unfortunately, that never came to pass.
Okay, so what happened to Chopper?
After the season, Joe did not take Chopper back home with him to the Midwest.
He gave it to Jerry Ennis, and Jerry Ennis fed it crickets and bugs and little pieces of meat.
Chopper probably died of a broken heart.
Yeah, that is not the story. Chopper did not have a broken heart. Joe gave it to me in a glass case, and I just so happened to remove him out of there and put him in the bathtub, and I was going to clean his cage up. By the time I got back to put him back in, he was flopped over and had to have died.
And just like that, there was an alligator-shaped hole in the stadium's cow-shaped heart.
After 1978, Visalia went to the Cal League Finals 10 times before they won a Cal League title again. So they went 0-10 in finals over the next 4 decades.
And again, with a league that has 10 teams and almost half make the playoffs, it just didn't, the math just did not add up.
They had player injuries at the worst possible times.
Mitch was our star player going into the playoffs, and I think he broke his finger right before one of the series, but it was definitely in playoffs.
It really did feel like a team and a franchise that was perpetually cursed to fall just short in the most important part of the season. And Chopper's spirit allegedly had everything to do with that.
Okay, so moral of the story is, do not mess around with alligators and their spirits. Bad things are happening. How did we fix it?
Starting in 2013, we began to make concerted efforts to pacify Chopper's spirit.
Everything went from, Tipper this, Tipper that during the season. Playoffs came around, it was Chopper this, Chopper that.
One season we actually had alligator print jerseys made, and our players wore those during the playoffs.
We had a big plush gator that we had to carry around all the time. This guy here. So I spent a lot of games lugging this thing around the stands, showing it to the kids, and this was Tipper's best friend for a long time too.
We sold Reverse the Curse t-shirts with a picture of an alligator on it.
Ooh, can I have one?
No.
Ugh, fine. But what was the point of any of this?
The point of this was to appease Chopper, make sure that Chopper was happy, so we wouldn't have that curse anymore.
It's one of the great things about minor league baseball is being able to come up with these crazy ideas and put them into action. You know, as a staff, we had a lot of fun. Obviously, our fans had a lot of fun. That was what really made this for me, was just being able to let that creativity really breathe and come to life. And that's I'll never forget that.
Stan had actually handed this to me. He wanted me to ask you about this.
The curse is over.
Yeah, curse is over. When you get something like this, that was it. Curse is broken. It's gone.